Bring up Twitch chat. And here we go. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is game number 1 of our second series of the day. Spawning on the blue side of the map, wearing the blue health bars, are going to be the Benis breakers. I'm going to reorder them because this is stupid. Give me a second. Okay. In the top lane will be Zildjian. Playing Singed, Savage to the B playing Rengar in the jungle, Senekin in the mid lane playing Cassiopeia, and Prison Pandas and Mystic Thunder in the bot lane will be on the Twitch and Soraka. And on the red side of the map wearing the red health bars, it's Dude, Where's My ELO? Malzahardon's in the top lane playing Scion, Aziriously Lucky playing Evelynn in the jungle, Spitfire in mid playing Fizz, and Cabot King and Constant Stutter in the bot lane playing Lucian and Rakan. A couple of name changes to note as we begin our first game with these teams. Zildjian is Tacit Noctua from That Tasted Purple last season. And Constant Stutter is... I can't remember his name. He was the support for KCBM, though. I can't remember what his name used to be. Somebody's going to give it to me in the chat. So sorry about that. So a lot of familiar faces returning, especially on the side of Dude, Where's My ELO? Right now, normal topside jungle starts for both junglers. I really like how aggressive these team comps are. Oh no! Oh no! Oh! Oh no! Facturar, thank you, Fracturar. So Prison Pandas accidentally takes the red buff with the poison. That sucks so bad. Oh man, Lucky is having flashbacks to the only game we lost last season. Oh my goodness. Alright. Regardless, I do like how how aggressive both of these team comps are. I'm looking forward to seeing them in action. Prison Pandas should have a... Hopefully he can use the advantage that he has. I really like Singed, by the way. Singed is a great pick into most of the common top laners right now. So I'm happy to see Zildjian. I don't know that I'm pronouncing that right. I just want to call him Tacit, but I want to make sure you guys know who I'm talking about. Constant Stutter goes in, doesn't land the Grand Entrance, and now Cabot King trying to trade back. Seriously Lucky going in on the invade and is going to pick up First Blood on Savage to the B. That, of course, really, you know, they saw the red buff, so I'm assuming that Lucky was able to see that and decide that that's where he was going to strike. Meanwhile, kill returned. The strength of the red buff on the Twitch, able to pick one up in the bot lane for Prison Pandas. So 1-1 so far. And now Spitfire going to get really aggressive onto Senekin. This is a decent matchup for Fizz. You can see, though, the large minion wave pushing back into him, so Spitfire can't go straight for that kill. The cleanse is still available, actually, for Senekin, so he wouldn't have died to the Ignite regardless. Which, by the way, cleanse removes Ignite, if you didn't know, so that's one reason to pop it. I don't know about the cleanse on Cassiopeia, especially against the team that Dude, Where's My ELO have put together. There's nothing cleansable on... Or can you drop the Shark? I don't think you can drop the Shark anymore. So I don't believe there's anything cleansable in his lane matchup, which means that you're going to be trying to cleanse a knock-up, or I guess the Charm from Evelynn. So maybe not the best summoner spell choice from Senekin, but right now getting a little bit of a shove advantage on the Fizz. We'll have to see what that translates into. Cabot King and Constant Stutter having a little bit of difficulty in the mid lane. Flash forced in the mid as Spitfire's forced away. So small advantage so far, at least in terms of gold for the Benis breakers. Now the the Soraka Q. That's super annoying, but Constant Starter's going to go back. They're going to get the knockup. Prison Pandas is going to go down. Constant Starter picks up the kill, and there's no Ignite ticking back the other way, so Cabot King's going to get out unscathed. That's a really nice re-engage there from Constant Stutter, able to pick out the Twitch and focus him down. And even through the heal and exhaust, they were able to pick that one up. Mystic Thunder is doing Emax on Soraka. That's a little bit newer of a thing that we've been seeing. And it's cool to see it immediately in this play. It's not the troll no W Soraka, so we won't be seeing the no heals. Zildjian is trying really hard to get that snare. You don't need to as Singed, and it uses a lot of mana to use that W. So I like the idea that he's going for, but I don't know that it's super necessary. Also interesting is the minion dematerializer on Singed. Means that he's going to push that super fast. Senekin's going to get aggressed on now. Charm lands from a Seriously Lucky, going to go in on the dash. Senekin's ticking down, and Lucky's actually going to pick that up. I believe that's the Reds. No? I'm not actually sure what did that last tick of damage. Did he have red buff? Yes, he had red buff. Okay. So the red buff going to pick it up. It's now 3 kills to 1 in favor of Dude Where's My ELO. And the Benis Breakers have to respond. This is a little bit rougher of a jungle matchup for Rengar, as he really wants to just farm and hit 6, whereas Evelyn can get a little bit aggressive, as we've seen, especially when you're missing that first buff as Rengar. And already that 10 CS differential is a big prize, and Lucky has no fear going into that jungle, taking out some of those jungle camps. But right now, Prison Pandas does have a fairly large advantage here in bot lane. Has the BF sword compared to the... Oh, Savage to the B is going to get caught by the Shark. Spitfire taking him super low, but now he's surrounded by 4 members of Venus Breakers. He's going to go down to the burn from the W, the Sea Stone Trident, and now Constant Starter comes in. The Grand Entrance knocks up 2. Prison Panda's forced to retreat, as well as Senekin. Seriously Lucky can't quite get down onto them. Has the Agony's Abrasive available, but not able to secure the kill with it. Instead, is just going to force them back. So 1-for-1 trade as Spitfire falls to secure the kill on Savage to the B. But it does mean that the jungler's dead, so they can start on the Earth Dragon. Soraka trying to do what she can to steal with the E and the Q. It's not going down particularly quickly. There's not a huge amount of damage early on. Zildjian now trading back with Malzahardons. This should be a Singed favored lane later on. It's a little bit rougher early. They were able to secure that dragon, by the way. Nothing silly happened. So that'll be the Earth Dragon going in favor of Dude Where's My ELO. Malzahardon's gonna get flipped in. Gonna take a couple of extra tower shots. Zildjian goes ahead. Oh, he flashes in front of the Scion ultimate. That was really nice play by Zildjian. So solo kill in the top lane for Singed, and showing a little bit of the power of that Singed that I was talking about. Actually, I know I've said it a couple of times, but I do really like that pick. Ooh, Lucky gets away with just a handful of health away from his blue buff. So now the big advantage right now for Dude Where's My ELO is going to be that jungler. Seriously Lucky super far ahead of Savage to the B, and I mean you can see the completed it is just Runic Echoes. Okay, the completed Runic Echoes compared to just a Tiamat from Rengar means that he's got a lot of opportunity now. Senekin gonna take the Shark, gonna get knocked out. That's a nice ultimate from Cassiopeia, but Lucky is here, and Spitfire is able to pick up the kill with the E. Mid lane as well is a decent matchup for the Fizz, but we have to see Venus Breakers really utilize their side lanes well, and I'd like to see the Rengar start to get rolling if they're going to find their way back into it. But right now, just a small lead for Dude Where's My ELO. Zildjian fighting it out with Malzahardons. Lucky doesn't quite land the charm there, but gonna go in anyway. Gets a decent chunk of damage. Gonna go under the tower and kill him with the Agony's Embrace. That's a lot of damage coming out of the Evelyn. And Lucky, to his credit, seeming to know exactly where that point to execute was. And that was really nicely done by Lucky and Malzahardons. Now Rift Herald in their sight, and there shouldn't be any way that they can contest it. Savage to the B just not really having a huge impact on that Rengar so far. Has had the ultimate available for quite a while, and we haven't seen him pop it. We haven't seen him even really attempt an assassination. They're going to go ahead and give that Rift Herald over to Scion. And we'll have to see what they do with that. Everybody alive here in chat, hopefully you guys are all enjoying this Week 1 cast. I don't know if I'm technically allowed to be doing this, but I figured no one else is casting in the patches tomorrow, so hopefully no one has any particular issue with me doing it. Spitfire, meanwhile, going to go aggressive on Senekin under the turret, going to go ahead and take him out. In the bottom lane, Constant Stutter going to go ahead and use the Rakan ultimate. All I can think of, the OKLCS casters call it the Rakambo. And for some reason, rather than remembering his ability names, all I can think of it is the Rakambo. It's the quickness. Of course it's the quickness. So 8 kills to 3 so far. Dude, Where's My ELO has a pretty significant advantage. They're holding the Rift Herald as well. But we need to start seeing them start to pick apart these towers and maybe start rotating just a little bit more around the map. Right now, both of the neutral objectives are dead. So it's a good opportunity to try to get a tempo advantage. Rengar's here in mid lane. Spitfire's already used his E. Going to go ahead and dash away through the minions. And actually successfully escapes that gank. Excuse me. So that's the first Rengar ultimate used, and nothing gained from it at all. Like, not even a flash. So not exactly a good sign for Benis breakers. Savage to the B comes in over the wall. I don't... Yeah, that just looked like fun, I guess. Lucky, meanwhile, is behind the Soraka. Soraka's by herself. That's a little bit of a risky proposition. Flash away from Mystic Thunder. Agony's Embrace will pick it up as Lucky picks up his 4th kill of the game. Meanwhile, Cabot King is busy giving the culling to Prison Panda. And now Twitch is alone underneath his tower. He pops heal just to try to get a little bit of health back. The Q misses, but Lucky doesn't care about that. Gonna go ahead, reactivate that hate spike and pick up another kill. Savage to the B now, caught by himself. Gonna go ahead and jump on Lucky, but immediately quickness is popped. And actually the damage from the... I don't know if that was the red smite. I guess it was the red buff from Lucky is going to go ahead. He'll take that free red buff as well. Thank you very much. Lucky is just dominating this game. Oh, Spitfire actually takes the red buff with the Seastone Trident proc. That's a little bit funny. Cabot King and Constant... There still actually hasn't been a tower take in this game, strangely enough, at 14 minutes. But now Cabot King and Constant Stutter going to go ahead and do some damage. Malzahardon's going for the Banner of Command first, which is a good choice against Singed because he can't kill it, like, ever. Spitfire showing no fear, just going to go ahead and 100 to 0 Senekin underneath his own tower. The Cassiopeia looked strong early. He's been taking good trades, but now the snowball is definitely on there in the mid lane. So it looks like Prison Pandas and Zildjian really need to pick up some of the pressure for Benis breakers if they're going to find their way back into it. Next dragon is a Cloud Dragon, but we're going to see Lucky go ahead and lands the hate spike without the charm, actually. He's just straight deleting kids, not even bothering to use the charm. That's the 7th kill of the game for Lucky at 15 minutes. Savage to the Bees in top lane. Going to go ahead and root up the Scion, trying to pick up his first stack on that Bone Tooth. Mystic Thunder's going to go down underneath the towers. Cabot King picks that up. Malzahardon just uses the ultimate to run away. Hits the Scuttle Crab. Funnily enough, Savage to the Bee is going to go ahead and stealth back up. Trying to follow him through and at least get that stack on his Bone Tooth. Why is he walking away? What is he doing? He had that kill. Oh my gosh. He was so worried about the Fizz that he didn't finish off the Scion kill. Poor Savage to the Bee. He's had a rough game so far. The Twitch took his red buff at level 1. Then he got killed in his jungle at level 3, and it just hasn't been a great game for him so far. Gonna go ahead and pass over the blue buff to his mid laner. That's just a rough spot as the jungler. I wanted to look at something, but I don't remember what it was. I've been moving my mouse for it. Oh, I was going to check his Bone Tooth stacks. Does he have any? No, he doesn't. The assist that he got didn't get him a stack, so the Rengar definitely really far behind, and that's a matchup that you need to snowball. What is this madness with the junglers not upgrading their jungle item? I'm not really sure. It seems to be a common fad on like Rengar and Kha'Zix, where they just want to sit on that smite and get their Duskblade faster and faster. I don't know that it's the right choice. I don't think it's the right choice, but it's at least a reasoning for it. Yeah, Zilchin just cannot kill these these bannered minions. That's really tough for the Singed. Cabot King, showing no fear, goes in, gets the press the attack proc, now culling him down as he's stealthed up. Prison Panda's taken pretty low, but the Wish is going to keep him topped off. Malzahardon's, meanwhile, is going to take down the tower on the back of that Banner of Command push. And at 17 minutes, Dude, Where's My ELO is so far ahead. 7,000 gold at 17 minutes is pretty ridiculous. Constant Stutter just going to go ahead. The quickness going to provide enough CC that Prison Pandas goes down. And it's 15-3 now. Mystic Thunder gonna get found here. He's gonna take the Shark as well. That's a dead Soraka. Savage to the Bee around the side, but what's he going to do? What is the Rengar going to do here? He's going to go down? Yes. Double kill for Spitfire. Worth noting, they're still tracking summoner spell cooldowns. Doesn't look like they're maybe as tilted as they could be, so keeping in it at least, it looks like, is Benis Breakers. Maybe just debating what strategy they're going to run in game number 2. Silchin now, yeah, look at this. The adaptive helm now on... I love this itemization choice from Scion. This is pretty much ideal. And Zildjian has gone for the greedy build, the Rylai's Crystal Scepter. Means that he's not very tanky right now. If he gets caught, he's dead. So gonna go ahead and back away, and he can't split push against the Scion now. You've got to get singed in that isolated side lane against somebody other than Scion, and that's a big ask. That's a lot of macro decisions that have to go correctly for you. Soraka's made a little bit of a misstep there. He's gonna get shot. What are you gonna do with that shock? You're gonna die. And now Seriously Lucky picks up his kill onto the Twitch. 8th kill of the game for Lucky, 7th of the game for Spitfire. Lucky doesn't fancy his chances in the 3v1, so that's something at least. If you've got 3 members, you won't have an Evelynn diving at you. Just yet. All the members of Dude Where's My ELO now recalling in perfect synergy back to their base. And we'll have to see what they want to do. Baron is a thing. It's going to be a little bit more difficult for them to take than the average team. The Rakan, not tanky, has the Zeke's Harbinger. The Scion doesn't have a huge amount of armor, so it's it's going to do a lot of damage to them. I think they're far enough ahead that it's not a huge risk of the enemy team, but the Baron itself, we were talking constantly last series, does so much more damage to the target that's tanking it than you're expecting. But they're going to start that up right at 20 minutes, right after it spawns. Hello, Blue Worm. I guess the Scion's tanky enough. You can see just the little ticks that Evelyn is getting in there are doing a lot of damage to her. And this is a lot more hurt than they would have been on the old Baron. Yeah, I don't know why Rengar went in. He was looking for the Baron steal, but once the Baron was gone, you just back out of there. You don't dive into the middle of 5 of them. Although he's buying time for Prison Pandas. They're going to get a tower. I think. No, maybe not. They'll get it next wave. Meanwhile, Zildjian... Now he's got Baron cannon minions to deal with. Baron banner cannon. Oh, it's not even a cannon. It's just a ranged minion that they put the banner on. Regardless, Singed doesn't deal with it. Yeah, the base is falling apart now for Benis breakers. Spitfire goes in, immediately comes back out. That's a nice little trade combo for all you Fizz players out there. That's a really good Soraka ult as Mystic Thunder actually picks up the kill. Meanwhile, Spitfire is legendary as he picks up the kill on Rengar. 4 versus 4 now. Mystic Thunder's going to get caught by the Decimating Smash. That should be the end of Soraka now as Cabot King slides over to pick up the kill. Both inhibitors going down. This should be the end of the game as well. We'll have to see if they can pick up some more kills on the back end of this. Shark comes in, it's going to connect onto Cassiopeia. They're going to finish up the kill onto Senekin, I imagine. Oh, the Agony's Embrace. That does so much damage. And that'll be the end of game number 1. 24-4, the final kill count. That was a pretty dominating performance from Dude, Where's My ELO? That's a bit of a tilter if you're Benis breakers. I think you have some things that you could do, though. The bot lane didn't look bad early on. Prison Pandas and Mystic Thunder got the first kill in that lane. They had a pressure advantage. And Zildjian did a pretty good job in top lane. He got isolated, unfortunately, against the Scion, though, and couldn't make his impact known. So I'd like to see Zildjian on a pick that can enable him to work with the bot lane. If that's a Shen, would be the obvious example, but something like that, where you can get to bot lane and make an immediate impact. Singe teleports in, and that's, exciting. He can run around a little bit. Be really annoying, but it's not that immediate impact on that teleport. Something like a Maokai or a Shen or an Ornn, I think would benefit them a lot. If they could get their bot lane rolling, they have definite opportunities to secure this games. Anyway, Game 1 MVP, Aziriously Lucky, set the tone for the rest of the game. His jungle pathing and the way that he was heads up, he saw the red buff being stolen at level 1 by the Twitch when he went to bot lane. Immediately, I'm going to go to their blue buff and kill that Rengar. And he did that, got first blood. Really nicely done. And then seemed to know that Evelyn damage way better than anybody else did, so able to dive some towers I didn't expect. But that's going to be game 1 going over to Dude, Where's My ELO? We'll be back with game number 2 in just a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere. You're watching LeagueKC casted by Marismatic.
Elohim will steal your heart this month on Indie Darlings.
I can't move on.
All right, we are back in 1 second here. Okay, let me fix the scoreboard.